There is such a thing as free energy. I'd like to direct you to the top video in the description box, and you'll hear about the Invention Secrecy Act of 1951. You may already know about this, maybe you don't, but I know over the years there have been many videos on YouTube debunking the concept of free energy, running a car on water, running a car on nothing, um, perpetual motion machines that can go without any energy input. But there are such devices. It's just that the type of energy source is a bit different. You can find details in the first video in the description box. Why am I sharing this with you? There are a few reasons, and I'll explain the picture that you see here in a moment. But this is all about just opening our horizons, opening our minds to the way that we see things. Especially if you're highly educated. These institutions teach you a lot about what's not possible, but we just got to break free. Hey, I'm breaking free from the brainwashing. I call it brainwashing. We all have been brainwashed in some way. But my own religious upbringing, I'm breaking free from the brainwashing there. There's brainwashing in the Catholic Church, the Baptist Church, Methodist, Presbyterian, you name it, all churches, Hinduism, Muslim, Jewish, there's all types of brainwashing. Mainstream media brainwashes us and all this stuff. It just we just have to be free thinkers. That's what I believe. So yeah, when it comes to this grow tall stuff, there is a lot of things that could be blocking one's mindset when it comes to what's possible for them. And a lot of this is mindset stuff. That's why I do want to talk about the monsters that we have to face in order to achieve the things we want to achieve. I mean, I got monsters I gotta face. You got monsters you gotta face. But you know, anything, we deal with it one step at a time, and sometimes we just have to open our minds a bit and really see the world as it is, what's really out there. So I would encourage you to check out that video. Free energy does exist, and I think you should really watch the video, see what it's all about, see all the people who've died in the midst of all this, all the people who've been murdered or what have you. And I hope you watch it and have your mind blown if you don't know about this stuff already. Yeah, and that's that. People have been talking about it for a long time, but now, now things are coming out, and I just think it's good for you to know. But before I talk about this picture here and some other pictures, there is another video I want to bring to your attention, and it is right under video number 1. So there's video number 1. You know what? No, there's not going to be a video number 2. I'm going to have to tell you about that video separately. Because it's on BitChute. The video in the description box is a YouTube video. But there is another video on BitChute, and I'll just have to show you a picture of it so that you can go and check it out yourself. And it talks about other types of technologies. One is scalar technology, and this is a type of technology that I was going to be talking about in the Grow Tall Millionaires Club. I didn't talk about it. I didn't get to talk about it because I didn't get that far. I stopped at week 5. And I've already talked about why. But anyway, scalar technologies is one of the things that I would talk about. And scalar technology can take on many forms. There are devices that one can create on their own, but there's also a device that one could purchase. At any rate, you might as well have an introduction to these types of technologies and what's possible with them. And so in a future video, I like to point out to you a place you can go to, a video you can watch to start digging into scalar technologies. But in the meantime, what you might want to do is look it up yourself. You can look up scalar technology or scalar energy. You can look it up on YouTube. You might want to go to BitChute. You might find a lot of information there. Also, some other social media sites. You might find some more information, and you will see once you see scalar technology, you will see that there are certainly growth applications. Now, many years ago, I was beginning to learn about these sorts of technologies. That's one of the reasons why I thought the book Salt in His Shoes by Michael Jordan's mom, Put Salt in Your Shoes to Grow Taller. I thought that was very interesting. Because salt, certain applications for salt actually involve scalar technologies, or what can be called scalar technology. And it's a little storybook, salt in his shoes. But I wondered, I wonder if he really did that. So for a brief period, I believe it was 2014, I did put salt in my shoes. I also tried putting bentonite clay in my shoes. I didn't do it like a long time or nothing, but I did it for a few days. I put salt in my shoes. I got a pink Himalayan salt, put it in my shoes, and I tried that a little bit, and I tried bentonite clay for a little bit. And I also thought of different devices, scalar devices that I could make, that I could wear. And yeah, these are things I did about a decade ago, just to try. The Dream Tree water that I was drinking, that whole company and everything, I was learning a lot just with them. Oh man, I'm about to. Let me stop right now. Let me stop. It's a lot to talk about. It's a lot to talk about, as I always say. It's a lot to talk about. But here you see this gentleman here, and I just wanted to show you something that I find interesting. Some other people find it interesting as well. You see this guy here, and you see this guy. So the question is this guy the same as this guy? Now some of you may know who these pictures are. Turns out this guy is not the same as this guy, or so it would seem. Okay? And this guy is the same as this guy, but this guy is not this guy. Okay? So here's one guy, and this person is different. But he's the same as this. The hair is just different. You know, the hair is white. I guess maybe he dyed it, or maybe he might have been younger. But I think he dyed it, because I think I see the gray roots coming up. Or white roots, whatever you want to call it. Alright? That's him again. You know who that is, right? Boom, boom. All these are the same guy. Alright. Now, here are the two different guys right next to each other. You see this? You see the name here? Well, you know his nephew, don't you? Oh, you know his nephew. The world hates his nephew. Well, they're starting to love him now. But a few years ago, a lot of people were hating on him. And a few do still hate on him. But, you know, you're familiar with his nephew. And look at this guy. We know who he is. He's in prison right now. So, this guy's nephew is he's probably going to go to jail. I'm pretty sure he's going to go to jail. And he's probably going to be made president in jail. And all the bloodshed that I keep talking about, it may be a slow build-up, but I think the actual bloodshed is going to kick off the first part of next year. Because the powers that be are going to let this guy's nephew become president. And at the first part of next year, at the inauguration and what have you, after that's set, then the opposing powers will throw a temper tantrum because their days are numbered. And it's going to be an ugly mess. And I think that is really going to start next year. I thought it might be up until November of this year that bad things would happen. And some bad things have already started to happen. But as I keep looking at the things that are going on, it may very well happen that his nephew will indeed go to jail. And then he will be inaugurated. His nephew will be inaugurated. And then all the bloodshed commences. Now, but we'll see. We'll see. The point to remember for now is his nephew is on his way to jail. And this guy is already in jail. And they look alike, don't they? I say they look alike. I say they look like doppelgangers. And that's what they look like. They look like twins. Okay? Here's another picture. Okay, this guy is this one here. Okay? Alright? And then there's this one. Boy, oh boy. Look at that. Look at that, man. Look at that. You can look at that chin. Look at them eyes. Them cheeks. Crazy, man. Now here's the point that you may or may not be aware of. This guy, the uncle of the Orange Man, Orange Man's uncle, this guy, he was able to gain possession of Tesla Technologies, of which among the different technology blueprints or whatever, among them was a time machine. Oh, man. Okay. All of this is real, y'all. This is real. This guy, Orange Man's uncle, gained possession of various Tesla technologies. One of them being the blueprints, the assembly instructions, however you want to say it, of a time machine. Now, I've always been of the belief that time machines are fictional. Even to this day, I have a very hard time believing in time machines. I believe time travel is impossible. That's my key belief. I believe time travel is impossible. So the point that I'm making is get ready for deception. Now, wait, if you could just hold tight. Maybe maybe time travel is possible. I don't know. It is interesting that this guy, who's in jail right now, back then, okay, there was a guy who looked just like him who bought a time machine. Or did he buy the time machine, or he gained access to the blueprints of a time machine? And now he has a nephew who's on his way to jail. And this guy is in jail. And what is he in jail for? For trying to save the world. Isn't that what you would try to do if you had a time machine? Now, I don't know. Like, growing taller is some wild stuff, but I've put up other videos on this channel just to help people see that there's some wilder stories out there. And, it kind of puts growing tall stuff in perspective. I want growing taller to appear small. It's not a big deal because there's some other things that are way more far out, There's some other reasons I put different types of stuff on this channel. But anyway, one of the things that I've talked about is a great deception coming. And I have had the belief that the great deception may involve the appearance of time travel. Because I know how time travel could be faked. Okay? But see, for time travel to be faked, there has to be other technologies would be used. It's kind of like a great magic trick. You might be looking at one big magic trick, but in order to do that one big magic trick, other magic tricks were done to produce this one big magic effect. Okay. The same can take place with various deceptions or technologies. I mean, technologies could exist that you have no clue about. And because you have no clue about different technologies, people can use these technologies that you have no clue about to create the illusion of time travel. Okay? And it's because you were not aware of the sleight of hand at a very, very high level. Now, with all that being said, yeah, all this could be coincidence. It could be coincidence that this guy got the Tesla blueprints or whatever to a time machine. And fast forward, you got this guy who's in jail right now, and his nephew is on the way to jail. And these two look alike. They look like twins, just with different haircuts. Boy, I tell you the truth. And this picture right here, boy, that's crazy, man. I encourage you to watch that video, The Invention, Secrecy Act of 1951. Learn what's really out there, and then when you watch that video, you won't hear specifically about what I'm telling you, but you will hear things that are attached to this storyline that I just gave you. And then you can do your own research and start connecting some dots. But what I will say, I do believe something just magnificent is coming. Jesus said it. In so many words, Jesus said, there is going to be some things that blow your mind. Just don't be deceived. But it's going to blow your mind, and it might even deceive the holy ones. It could possibly deceive the holy ones. There will be great wonders. And the wonders may be real. Maybe time travel is possible. The wonders may be real. But if it's to take your worship away from God, it is a deception. And don't be so awestruck that you take your focus off of where it needs to be. And I just want to tell you these things. I feel like I need to tell you. And there's so much more to talk about. But what I just shared with you are realities. You looking at this, you see they look alike. Just change the hair. And it's wild stuff, man. And you know by now, you should know, Tesla wasn't no joke. If Tesla said he had a time machine, man, I don't know. I don't know if this time stuff is possible, but man, I hear things, and man, all I know, The things that God has made and the processes that He put in place, they are amazing. And we could be surprised at what's possible. Final thing. There used to be something that would make me kind of laugh inside. And it was the fact that there are people out there who believe in time travel, but they don't believe people can grow taller as adults. I thought that was so ludicrous. It's like, how can you believe in such a wild thing as time travel, but you don't believe that it's possible for people to grow taller as adults? And when I was thinking that, I didn't believe in time travel. I didn't. But yeah, man, these days there's a question in my head, and all I know is this is a good time to pray and get grounded, because there's some wild stuff coming real soon to a theater near you, but it won't be a movie theater, but it'll look like a movie. It's gonna look like a movie, but it won't be a movie. You'll be living right through it.